There is a story like this. There was a man who was fond of a woman, but every time they went on a date, he felt that the conversation between them was not smooth. One night, he invited the woman to a dimly lit bar, and the conversation turned out to be smooth and pleasant. From then on, the man chose dimly lit bars as the location for their dates. After several dates, the two of them finally decided to get married. This is a great example of cleverly using dark psychological techniques. 1. The scarcity principle suggests that we often value things that are hard to obtain. In relationships, it's important to avoid always being readily available and maintain a certain level of mystery. For example, you don't need to respond to messages immediately all the time, and avoid constantly bothering the other person. This way, your presence in the other person's mind will be like a scarce commodity, and they will cherish the time they spend with you more. However, it's important to note that the scarcity principle is not about intentionally making things difficult for the other person. Character is still the most important. True attraction comes from your inner personality and genuine attitude. 2. Redefinition. Sometimes, things that don't go well in life just need to be looked at from a different perspective, and you may realize that they are not as bad as you think. The same principle applies to our flaws. For example, you can say, "I know I can be a bit too caring, but that's because you are so important to me." This way, your flaws are redefined as your uniqueness, and may even become part of your charm. Looking at things from a different perspective can change the world. 3. The dark effect. In love, when the other person becomes mysterious and hard to figure out, they may become more attractive to us. This is because the unknown often sparks curiosity and a strong desire to explore and understand the other person. In dimly lit places, such as going on a date to a dimly lit bar, not being able to clearly see each other's expressions can reduce defenses and create a sense of security. In this situation, the likelihood of closeness between each other is much higher than in brightly lit places. Having a friend to talk to art in such a setting can create a strong attachment. The dark effect is thus generated. When they experience happiness while being with you, that positive emotion will be projected onto you, making them more likely to develop feelings for you. It becomes irresistible. 4. The gradual commitment effect. The person who walks through mountains and rivers with you, accompanying you to see the world, is usually easier to come together with. This is what psychology calls the gradual commitment effect. It suggests that when starting a relationship, it's important not to rush things. Start with small requests, such as inviting the other person to have coffee or watch a movie together, and then gradually progress to more dates. This gradual contact allows people to naturally accept you, like walking downhill, feeling more relaxed and comfortable as you go. 5. The mirror effect. When you encounter someone you are attracted to, you often unconsciously mimic their behavior, which is known as the mirror effect. The mirror effect is a natural mechanism for building closeness with others, as imitating their language, body language, and even breathing rhythm can bring you closer to them. For example, when chatting with a friend, you may unintentionally mimic their posture, speech speed, or tone, and they may resonate with this, creating a sense of closeness as if we are alike. When using the mirror effect, it's important to be mindful of excessive imitation, especially at inappropriate times, as this may trigger resistance in the other person and hinder the closeness we aim to establish. Therefore, mastering the mirror effect requires us to learn to mimic others appropriately in terms of timing and degree, enabling us to navigate interpersonal interactions more effectively, get closer, and better understand and be understood.